comments section of my video about the so-called Ground Zero Mosque, a user whose name I'm not going to butcher told me a story that I assume is from the Quran about a woman who killed, mutilated, and ate a fellow named Hamza, who was apparently Muhammad's uncle and friend. And what does Mo do when he gets back to Mecca to hear about this crazy bitch and what she's done? Why, he forgives her. Yup, just forgives this obviously disturbed, murdering criminal. Lets her go, no harm, no foul. Naturally, of course, this shocks her so much that she's magically cured of the crazy and becomes a really awesome gal from then on. Now, to me, this story sounds A, impossible, like complete and utter bullshit, frankly, B, utterly sick and wrong, and C, quite immoral. Now, I don't really believe in morality, certainly not any objective morality. Morality doesn't exist outside the mind, and everybody's mind is different. The majority may agree on a lot of the details, but it still comes from our own psyches, not from an outside source. I've covered this before in a lot of other videos, so I won't go into too much detail here, but I hope you get the basic idea by now. That said, I stand by my judgment of this particular example. Someone ended another person's life. That's someone who loved and was loved, someone who contributed to society. Other people are going to feel that loss quite keenly. They'll never speak to their friend or family member ever again. They're deprived of that someone's presence forever. Never mind the really fucked up cannibalism and body jewelry and how crazy you have to be to come up with that. Are you really going to just forgive someone who has killed your loved one in cold blood? Truly? With no atonement, with no amends made, no remorse expressed, nothing? Really? I couldn't do that, and I don't see why anybody should. The very notion turns my stomach, even offends me. If someone had done that to one of my family members, I'd want the book thrown at them. I certainly wouldn't just give them a pass, as if nothing had happened. And why should I? Why should I forgive you without a reason? What sense does that make? The religious often say that God will forgive just about anything if you admit your guilt, confess. Oh, sometimes they make you say a few funky prayers a number of times, 10 Hail Marys and 4 novenas, whatever the fuck those are. But you still get off pretty light. And your amends aren't to the people you've hurt, but to the God you've allegedly offended. Does this sound like justice to anyone? Do you really think this person should be forgiven? Take Republican Congressman Ken Mehlman, who recently came out as gay. During the years of Shrubia, George W. Bush, Ken Mehlman helped organize the anti-gay campaign run to divide the United States and help secure the presidency for that idiot man-child. But now that Mehlman's out of office, suddenly he's come out of the closet, given a mea culpa speech, and now expects, what, all is forgiven? Really? The guy's set back gay rights for years, and we're supposed to just give him a pass now that he's come out his own darn self? I don't bloody think so. You hurt people, pal. You want to be forgiven, you're going to have to first make amends. You're going to have to make it up to the people, your people, that you've hurt first. What does forgiveness mean to you? What does it take for you to grant it? It's my contention that forgiveness has to be earned, not granted. Those of us who forgive too quickly, too easily, who don't demand anything of those who've offended us, we set ourselves up to be taken advantage of. Our antagonists will never learn anything if they don't lose out because of their behavior. If you give no more than a slap on the wrist before you let someone off the hook, they'll just do it again. You have to make the consequences of good behavior look more attractive than the consequences of bad behavior. Otherwise, you'll be the victim your entire life. The forgiveness offered by God is precisely this kind of unwarranted, unearned absolution. It's one step away from vindication, frankly, and it's difficult to see how it can be anything other than immoral and detrimental to human society. Forgiveness is important. It's good to allow people the ability to earn a place in the good graces of others after they've given offense. But the key word there is earn. Forgiveness should never just be automatic. Don't ever do anything on automatic. Instead, please, think. Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. You might also enjoy my webcomic, The Adventures of Kinneara Baxter. You'll find a link in the info bar. If you rate my videos, I might just let you play with my companion cube. Think about